Oh my god, honestly, what a game did we have at the end. Portugal Slovenia. It didn't look very exciting in the 90 minutes. It was several chances missed from Portugal. Ronaldo was taking free hit from wherever the hell he wanted to take free hits. But at the end, in the 105th minute, Ronaldo took a penalty and he missed it. Oh my god, that was such a big surprise. When I saw that there is a penalty, I thought, oh my god, I'm missing on Ronaldo points. I'm going to drop so much in rank with that. But at the end, he missed one. And then at the end, what a penalty shootout. We had Diogo Costa, the freaking keeper, had an amazing performance. So glad that I went for him at the end. Saved 3 of the 3 penalties that Slovenia took. Made only 2 saves in the game, but what a save he made in the second part of extra time. And he is the sole reason at the moment that Portugal are going through. He got the man of the match, so yeah, 3 more points are coming his way. In defense, Portugal were semi-solid. Cancelo compared to Pepe. Pepe was far the better choice because he got more ball interventions. Cancelo was dangerous, but Portugal are so bad attackingly that I don't see them scoring a goal. So Pepe, shout out to those who went with him. Nuno Mendes played as well. Very, very good game, but Pepe for me was the best of the 3 defenders. And Bruno Fernandes got 5 points, which is an amazing achievement by not scoring a goal. So 5 points is more than enough to keep him in the team. Speaking about the first game, France versus Belgium, France are very solid defensively. Yeah, they conceded several chances against Belgium, but they were more than solid. There, Kunde got the man of the match. Honestly, I'm not too surprised that that happened, and for me bringing a France defender is going to be an important part of my transfer strategy. If Portugal went out, I was going to go maybe with a triple France defense, but for now let's stay that way. We're going to most probably include one instead of Margay because they face Portugal and I don't see Portugal scoring a goal. They look not very threatening. They can get the ball there, maybe on the counter they will be good. But honestly, I feel like France are going to keep a clean sheet for sure in the regular time and maybe win with 1-0 or 2-0 because France haven't scored a regular goal so far in the Euros, which is a little bit worrying. Kylian Mbappe scored a penalty, but today he wasn't performing on the highest level. Honestly, the forward that I chose, Mbappe, Kane, and Gakpo, compared to the forwards I left out being Morata and Ronaldo. Morata got a yellow card, a 1-pointer, and Ronaldo missed a penalty, so I believe he's on 0. So yeah, I made the right choice. Tomorrow we have still the Dutch game, and I'm going to take out Cucurella and Kylian Mbappe out of the team, and I'm going to put in Van Dijk and Gakpo, hoping that they deliver more points. I expect Gakpo to deliver at least 2, so I'm not going to be worried about that. And Van Dijk, I'm hoping for a clean sheet. That will be amazing. We'll have basically 5 clean sheets from the team if that happens. No 5 clean sheets, 4. Sorry, because Gay didn't receive a clean sheet, but still 7 points is an amazing feat for our defender with an assist and a very, very good performance. The goalkeeper was the right choice. We made that choice at the deadline stream, and I believe that that decision is pivotal for me going up. Maybe Kunde will disrupt my rank a little bit, but I believe that Costa will nullify that and I'm going to be fine with the ranking. We're going to see tomorrow on the deadline, not on the deadline, on the next video how I'm doing with my rank. Today, my rank is 4156, which is a pretty okay rank in my opinion, considering that I was 2 millionth in the world after match day 1. This is a very, very good growth, and in my league I'm second still. I'm aiming for the top. Now, before tuning into the Limitless draft that you most probably tuned in for that, we're going to make a little bit of a message. As you can see, there is a new target right now of subscribers. I underestimated you guys. You are freaking amazing. The best community in the world, in my opinion. You smashed the target that I set yesterday, and you smashed it by a bit. Over 60 people came today to the channel and joined the community. Let's try and reach 1000 until the end of the Euro 2024. I hope with my ranking, with my analysis, and with my videos, I'm going to expand my community. After I reach 1000, I'm going to stop putting targets for you because you are freaking amazing. And let's receive that mark, and we will stop making a target, and we will just go step by step, step by step. Maybe the next target will be 10,000 subscribers. I know that this sounds pretty cocky, but with the way that my community is communicating with me and the way we're making progress together in the game, most of the people that are tuning into the streams are making the right decisions as well, and they're moving up, 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 and we're going together to the top. Let's see how many people will finish in the top 100k at the end of the season. If we have more than 10 people, that is going to be a very big achievement, so let's aim for that. The league, by the way, is growing by day. 58 members. If you are not part of the league, there is a reward. The reward is if you win the league, and you can join now and win it. You can be already in and win it. It doesn't matter. If you win, you receive a free entrance to my paid mini link in the FPO community. The only criteria for you to be winning here is you have to verify that you are part of the community and you are a subscriber. If you have any questions, don't forget to write them down, ask them. We're trying to help a lot of people. I'm going to make something of an assumption for tomorrow. If you have still a captain that needs to be put into place, I would heavily recommend going for Van Dijk. For me, the defenders so far have been amazing, and the defense is becoming more and more and more important, even compared to the forwards, because the forwards need a goal, and that goal is 4 points, while a clean sheet for the better defenses. We had a lot of clean sheets, like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's 4 from 6, and England and Spain defenders got really good points as well. So yeah, I will recommend going for Van Dijk. As you can see, my defense has been performing, Portugal defense has been performing. I don't see a lot of goals being scored on the next iteration of the France versus Portugal game. It's going to be a little bit more interesting right now, because I believe now more and more attacking teams are progressing to the tournament, and those defensive formations are going to disappear, and now we're going to have goal fest. So the center backs are going to be important, because they will win points on those tackles and those recoveries, especially Pepe, Gay, Rudiger, from Spain, Lenormand and Laporte. Most probably from France team is Kunde, who is doing very well. Saliba and Upamecano are performing really well, but we will talk about my real transfers on the next videos. And when I prepare my real team selections today, we're going to focus on the Limitless draft. I see several people requesting that. I know that several people haven't used that Limitless chip, so I'm going to provide my expertise on it, and we're going to see how the draft is going to look. By the way, there is no chance now that I'm activating my wildcard. All of my players have progressed so far, and even if the Netherlands leave the tournament, I can transfer out Gakpo, Van Dijk, and Gay, and I will be having 15 players again playing. So yeah, I will be not going for the wildcard chip, but still I will prepare those wildcard drafts for you if you want to use the chip. Now let's go and make transfers. We're going to remove basically anyone from the team. We're not confirming anything, so have in mind, but I'm going to prepare a really good limitless draft. I know that there is still a day where a lot of players haven't played, but we have a pretty good foundation of how I want the team to look. So we're going to do and create that draft. Going to see not the groups, the matches, sorry, and going on the bracket view. We're starting with Spain and Germany, and then we have Portugal and France, who isn't added here yet, but it will be improved. But let's start from Spain and Germany. You're using the limitless chips. That means that when you use the limitless chip, the draft will return to the round of 16. So don't forget that, and don't expect anything to happen at that specific period of time for you to keep the draft or something like that. This is a change that you will do, and most probably, not most probably, 1000% it is going to be reverted back into the old team. So doing now, we're going to start with Spain. For me, the best attacking side in the tournament. I don't see a better side offensively, and defensively they're vulnerable on the counter attack. So I wouldn't recommend you going for a lot of Spanish players. I believe now that we can put in let's see how many players we can put exactly. I believe 5 players is the limit. Yes, so now you can put 5 players from a team. I don't suspect that anyone will be going from 5 teams from a side, but still a very, very comfortable position for you to invest at least 3 players from Spain. For me, the best player in defense that you can go is one of two. You can go for Dani Carvajal or you can go for Cucurella. With Cucurella, you receive a more attacking wingback who is going to be bombarding the side, while with Carvajal, you receive set piece threat. I will be going because I'm building a limitless draft, so that means the budget is not going anywhere. I will be going for Dani Carvajal. For me, he has been performing really well. He was playing a little bit reserved in the game against Georgia because he was with an one yellow card, and one more would have been awful for him and he would have missed the Germany game. But now, even if he receives a yellow card, he will miss the semifinal. Yeah, it's not that bad, but I believe that Germany is the toughest test so far, so I will be going for Dani Carvajal. If you don't want to suspect anything from a safe point or something like that, and you want that player to go, I believe Cucurella is your option. But for me, those set piece threats that Carvajal is providing are amazing. Now we will put players in attack from Spain, and I will return the 2 players that I have. Neco Williams and Fabian Ruiz just destroyed the left flank of attack because they were so freaking good. Basically, they were passing left, right, and center. Neco Williams was so dangerous. I know that Rodri got the player of the match, but for me, Neco Williams was far better. 100 pass completion, an assist, and several other chances and shots that went and were barely saved by the goalkeeper from Georgia. For me, Nick Williams is a must-own player. Fabian Ruiz, on the other hand, a lot of players preferred Pedri to him, but for me, 6.5. Shout out to Benek who recommended him for me, and now I will do the same recommendation to you. He has been controlling the game so much, and I just don't see him going out. Now they are facing Germany. For me, Germany are a really proper side, but I would be heavily investing in Spain because I believe they are playing more of an attacking football. If by the off chance that Germany show up and perform better, I will own 2 players from Germany, and those players are going to be Musiala because for me he is the best attacker from Germany, and the other guy is going to be Antonio Rudiger. I'm returning him in my defense. You see how the lineups are performing, but for me, Rudiger on that defense, on that aura, if they by any chance win by a 1-0 or 0-0, he can be once again the player of the match. He can win a lot of things. Jonathan is returning to the lineup. Maybe Mittelstadt will be back into the lineup, but Rudiger is 1,000,000% starting in that lineup if he is injury free, and he is the most expensive guy from the team. So for me, those 2 players from Germany are more than enough. If you have the luxury to put a third one, I would recommend maybe Kai Havertz because he is on penalties, and against Spain he will have chances on the counter for sure. Maybe Sané will start once again because they will want to utilize his speed. But for me, Musiala and Rudiger are the only players you need to put in. Next up, we're going to be having the Portugal and France game recommendations. And let's start with Portugal. They barely won, but still I want to address their side as they're a good side. So the first player that I'm returning immediately is Diogo Costa. He will be on the high morale, saving those penalties, being the sole reason that they're still performing. For me, he is a good goalkeeper to own. He's playing on the first day, so if by any chance he doesn't perform, you can swap him with a goalkeeper on the second day. We are going to discuss that in a minute as well. Diogo Costa, 5 million. For me, an amazing player that I will be wanting to own for sure. As already mentioned, Pepe caught my eye. I know that he made a silly mistake and they almost scored, but he got 13 ball recoveries in 170 minutes. That's amazing. I suspect the same amount of recoveries, especially when he's facing Mbappe. I know that the speed of the France attack is going to be higher and they're going to be having more chances, but that means that Costa is going to make more saves and most probably Pepe is going to make more recoveries. So Pepe joins the frame instead of Joao Cancelo from my team. Up front for now, I'm not going to add anyone from Portugal. I'm going to see how my lineup is looking so far and then I'm going to address those changes. Going into the French team, for sure, there is a player called Jules Koundé who I want to include. I was deliberating should I include Mainan as well, but Diogo Costa with that performance, amazing. I'm not going to put him away. I'm relying solely on him. Next up, I'm going to return Kylian Mbappe. I know that he hasn't been as clinical. The mask is getting in his way. A lot of things are not being up to par and they're not performing to the highest level, but still they had 80 shots so far in the tournament. I know they haven't scored a bit, but against Portugal, they're a little bit slow on the defensive recovery, and I believe the speed from Mbappe, Ousmane Dembele, and Griezmann is going to be detrimental. The midfield is going to hold it. I believe that France is going to keep a clean sheet and perform well. I know that I've invested 2 defenders from Portugal, but as already said, I'm putting that player on the first day, so I can easily replace him with players on the second day. Now, let's go to the next confirmed quarterfinal, and that is Switzerland versus England. From England, Mark Gay is out, so that means that I will be not referring to any other defender apart from Pickford. He's going to be the goalkeeper on my side, but I'm going to include Harry Kane for sure. He is not in the greatest form, but I believe some changes are going to happen to England side, and Harry Kane may start with a better performance next time, and they are going to face Switzerland, and they will need at least one goal. I don't know when it's going to happen, if it's going to happen, but Harry Kane is a really good contender as a captain for the second day, so I'm going to select him. I'm looking at Jude Bellingham as the star boy there, but there is a slight risk of him being suspended. So I wouldn't go there, and I will keep Harry Kane. For now, if Bellingham is overruled, I will be adding him to this draft, but for now, I'm not going to go there. And now we're going to include players from Switzerland. I know that this may sound surprising for several people, but I really like how Switzerland play and especially how they perform in defensive department. So for me, Manuel Akanji is a guy that I will be wanting to include. He has so many ball recoveries, and against England, I believe that he is going to improve that number. I don't see England scoring more than one goal. Even if they score, Akanji is going to get a really good return, like 5 points or maybe more, because he's going to do those recoveries. And for me, having a player with so many good recoveries is an amazing feat. So I'm putting in Manuel Akanji. Speaking about the Swiss team, they have been one of the best scoring teams so far. And that means only one thing. I will want a player from the Swiss side. And that player is not going to be Abischer, it's going to be Freuler. This guy has been involved in basically anything interesting for them. 1 assist in the first game, 1 assist in the second, and a goal in the third game that he has performed against Scotland. He played only 75 minutes, but this guy is going to be my differential pick. He's 0% selected, and I'm looking for a little bit of a cheeky differential. Maybe this is the guy that I'll be including instead of Gundogan. It's not confirmed yet, but let's say that is going to be the guy. Now I'm going to make the bold assumption that Austria and the Netherlands are going to be through into the tournament. Both teams look alright, especially Austria in attack. So I'm willing to put an Austrian midfield here. I know that this draft is basically everywhere, and a lot of players are from different sides, but for now I'll be adding Sabitzer as a placeholder for the Austrian team. I don't prefer their forwards, but the way they have been playing, I believe they are scoring a goal. They already put 3 behind the Netherlands, so I don't expect they do worse in that game. I expect it to be a very high scoring game, so that's why he is into the draft. And now the last guy that I'm going to put in is Cody Gakpo, because Austria, even though they have been scoring a lot of goals, they have been conceding, so I wouldn't go past if the Netherlands continue to put in Gakpo into the side. I know that this team is far less than 105 million, and it's not so limitless because you can afford it pretty easily. For me, owning 3 Spanish players, owning 2 Germans, 2 English guy, 2 Portuguese, 2 French, it looks nice, and you can target both of those scenarios depending on what happens. You own 2 Swiss players who are very good defensively and very good offensively, and I expect them to cause issues to England. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about my goalkeeper selection. I may go without an England defender at all, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Verburgen is an okay option, but I already have an Austrian midfielder, so I would be expecting pretty much a 0-0 from the Swiss England game. If that doesn't happen, I hope Pickford rack up some saves, because Swiss team has been doing amazingly well. And honestly, at this time of the season, and not the season, the game, it's pretty hard to get a goalkeeper because they only make the clean sheet points, and when they get into a more advanced phase, clean sheets are not something that comes easily. So I will be putting the best 2 goalkeepers that I think are going to perform on a personal level. and that's why they are in. I hope that this draft doesn't scare you. I know that it's a little bit differential, most probably from the teams you have seen, but I believe that the teams that are scoring the most goals, being Spain, Germany, Austria, and the Switzerland, you need to own players from them as they are very, very high scoring teams. Teams like France, Portugal, England, even the Netherlands are not performing up to that level, and they have been scoring far, far less goals. And I prefer to target teams who know how to score at the moment, and they have already proved to the tournament and to themselves that they can do bits. The Swiss team is playing amazingly well. The Austrian team, I expect them to beat Turkey. If Turkey progress, it's not going to be Sabitzer into the team, obviously, but we're going to find another player. And about Gakpo, if they don't go, if this is the team, if the favorites win, we're going to make some adjustments on the deadline stream. So if that's not enough for you, you can tune into the deadline stream to see a limitless draft that I'm going to prepare. I hope you are having a really, really good time here with my channel. I'm doing analysis on the go. I read a comment today that made me happy, and one guy said that he enjoys when I say what I pick, why I pick players, and I pick their numbers on the spot and not just prepare something in advance and just read to you. Cristiano Ronaldo had an XG of 1.3. Then Cody Gakpo is doing amazingly well because he's having the ball in a 73% of the time on the left, blah, 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 blah. I don't care that. I am going with statistics, yeah, but I'm reading them to you. I'm going with how I expect the things to go, and I'm going with the flow, basically. So I enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope if you do, you're going to help me smash that 1000 subscribers goal. After that is going to be the 10,000 mark. Honestly, I think now when the community is growing stronger and we're helping each other and all of you are seeing benefits listening to me and tuning into video streams and chats with other players are going to help me reach that, and I believe the sky is the limit. Let's become the best community that there is. We already are, so let's keep being the best community to say. Let's see how tomorrow, so today fixtures for you when you're watching the game, how the last two games are going to end. Be prepared for surprises because oh, and one thing to add, everyone was saying that England were so bad because they couldn't beat Slovenia. Portugal didn't manage to beat them properly. Slovakia defeated Belgium and France barely defeated Belgium. So there are a lot of good teams that are playing very defensively. So maybe England will change things around after they face the Swiss team. We don't know. We will live. We will see. And I hope I see it with you. Let's be prepared for anything. We'll do more drafts until the end of the deadline. We'll do a deadline stream. We'll do all of those great things. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're having good fun. Like it. Have fun once again. But for now, guys, I'll be heading out. Bye.